What's up, guys? Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com, here to bring you yet another Alliance War. This time my Alliance for Loki is going up against the Lambo Show. And these guys are tough. This is not our first time facing off, and I will tell you our record with them at the end of this war. But yeah, they are definitely not a pushover alliance by any means. I'm entering the battlefield here with Iceman, Gwenpool, and Vision. And I could already tell the first node up there is a Mystic node. And I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. I'm always assuming it's magic. Anytime I see Mystic, I just have a tendency to assume magic. And this time, it is actually not magic. I have a hard time deciding on who to go in with here. I really like to bring in Iceman on this first node. It is a bleed node, of course, so I need to bring in some kind of bleed immunity. So I like to bring in Iceman, but I'm scared that it's going to be magic and that Vision would be the better of the two choices. I should have just went with Iceman though. Looking back, I definitely should have went with Iceman. But in any case, I do enter the fight with Vision, and it is a Juggernaut. It's a 5-star Juggernaut on the first node. I think he might only be rank 3 though. It's hard to tell. The first node isn't that big of a boost, so his rating, even if he was rank 4, wouldn't be that high, but it probably would be higher than that. So I think he's just rank 3. And Juggernauts, I don't normally have too big of a problem with Juggernaut, except for right there when I get smashed and lose about half of my life. But yeah, most of the time when I'm going up against Juggernaut, it's not too bad. Depending on the node, right? If it's like a protector node or something like that, then okay, that's a different story. Juggernaut's pretty tough up there. But just on one of these easy nodes, he's not too bad at all. It doesn't hit very hard, so you can you can just bait out bait out heavy attacks, try to get some parries off while he has unstoppable going. All in all, not that bad a fight. Of course I'm trying to play it cautiously here. I already lost a bunch of health, and this is only the first fight in, and I'm going to need to use this Vision at least one more time in this war for the unblockable S2 node. So yeah, I'm trying to play it cautiously, trying to only go in when I have a good opening, and I am able to finally close out the fight with Mr. Juggernaut there. Okay, so one fight in, and I'm already down 50% life. Like I said, not the greatest of starts, but that's okay. We can bounce back from this. Next node up. This node is a little bit of a wild card, but typically, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I'm used to seeing Magic, Nightcrawler, Juggernaut, Mordo. Mordo's becoming increasingly popular here, so I'm assuming it's one of these champions, and I figure, Gwenpool is probably the best bet for handling this particular node, based off of, all those champions that I just listed there. It's got that Outlast, that annoying Outlast that makes him take a lot less damage at the end of the fight. So yeah, Gwenpool's extra damage output should definitely help with that. And it is in fact Mordo, and things do not go great here. Gotta tell you. Watch this. Oh, okay. I've got the forgot that I can auto stun him and get kind of wrecked after that. Whoops. So yeah, that throws me for a loop, and at that point, yeah, the rest of my game is just kind of off. I was trying to bait out a special, but things were not going great. And now, of course, he has his SP3. I mistimed the little bar there, but that's okay. The one reason why Mordo is not that great of a defender is because his SP3 really doesn't hit all that hard. So, although I got caught, I didn't take that much damage. And I almost slipped up, and if I missed on that SP1, then I would have been in a world of first. I would have taken a lot of damage there. But luckily I blocked just in time to parry it, and then follow up with the last few shots I need to take him out. So, not too bad, but also not too good. Lost more health than I would have liked. But anyway, moving on. The unblockable S2 node. Of course, I'm going to be taking this fight with OG Vision, and as always, I'm expecting either Doctor Strange, the Hood, one of these types of champions. Every once in a while, you see a different champion here. I've seen Dormammu here before, actually. I've seen Hyperion here. So yeah, every once in a while, but for the most part, it's Doctor Strange or Hood. So Vision should make things not too difficult. But do you guys remember hearing me say that sometimes I really do struggle against Hood? Well, I nailed him there with SP1, so the fight should be in my hands at this point. And, you know, everything's going smoothly. Just baiting out the SP1, burning his power even more. Got everything under control. And then I slip up, and he catches me. I was trying to dash backwards, and he charged in at the exact moment, and I got wrecked. And here's where this war really starts to spiral out of control. Vision... Vision is the go-to choice for this node, of course, right? But Iceman, you know what? I've done it with Iceman before. Not the worst option. All you got to do is kind of bait out that first shot of his SP2, and then you can block the rest of it. Or I was going to push him to his SP3, but no, okay, so I block it. Oh, yeah, that's right. He goes invisible afterwards. I forgot. There goes all my HP. Nice. I played it a little risky there and actually charged in, even though he was still invisible. Should not have done that. His heavy attack is very annoying. Hood's heavy attack is not something that you can dodge easily. All right, so I get away with you know, blocking and or dodging and then blocking his SP2 again. He's invisible again. This time I learned my lesson, but that invisibility is so annoying. And then you can't land a stun afterwards while the invisibility is on cooldown. So now I'm just getting torn apart. And R.I.P. Iceman. I was frustrated at this point, man. I was pretty upset. I was pretty pissed because Iceman, I was planning on using him for the next node, with that bleed node. You know, it would have been okay if I only lost vision. I could have got through this war. I could have used Iceman for the next node. I could have used Gwenpool for the power gain node. Not that big of a deal. But the fact that I lost both of them, I'm gonna have to use some kind of consumables on the next fight, no matter what. So, let me try to finish this again with Gwenpool this time. See if I can dodge the SP2 again. Okay, I do dodge it again. Goes invisible. I don't fall for it this time. Alright, let's see if I can not get back to the corner like I did last fight. And I'm already starting to. Oh, I got a lucky parry while he's invisible there, so that's nice. That bleed damage is doing some work to get some chip damage, and there we go. He falls over. In one of the more funny animations I've seen somebody die, and he was just like putting his hands up and then slowly fell backwards on his back. But yeah, I'm in some trouble here. Don't know what I'm gonna do to finish out this war. Even Gwenpool has barely any HP left, and luckily my alliance mate Mad Cat swoops in, saves me as he took out the he saw the struggles that I had this war, and took out that next node for me. So I only have one node left, which is the power gain node. Yeah, it's good having an alliance full of good players, guys. So yeah, bailed me out big time there. But I do still have to heal up on this fight because, yeah, I mean, look at my HP. There's no way I'm gonna survive that. Even if I played perfectly, suicides are gonna take away the majority of what little health I have left. So yeah. Gonna heal up here, and I'm not gonna take any risks. I just popped 2 healing potions. I probably could have gotten away with only using the one, but like I said, I didn't want to risk it. Did not want to risk it. I want to be able to finish up this path. I did not want to use a revive to do so. And it is Hyperion, and Hyperion's not too bad for me normally. When I'm playing Gwenpool, at least. I definitely die to this guy sometimes, but when I'm playing Gwenpool, the odds of me winning are a bit higher than with other champions, just because their damage output is so strong. I mean, look at this. 10 hits and he's going to bleed down to half of his HP pretty much. Alright, I got a little bit lucky here. He almost got to his SP3, but at the last possible second he fired off his SP2. And at this point I just want to land one last parry, and luckily it happened again where he used SP2 right before he got SP3. But I wasn't even trying to bait out at that point. At that point I was just trying to get one more parry so I could finish off the fight. But whatever, I got through it. I got through it. It only takes 17 hits. Otherwise maybe I would have died. But yeah, I got through that fight, and thankfully my path is now clear. But, I mean, I do have some health remaining left on Gwenpool. It's time to get some boss action in, guys. And, you know, I wait till he gets, wait till Magic, gets softened up a little bit. There's really not much left here for me, but, you know, It's all good. That's all I can really handle when it comes to Magic anyway. Don't mind that the little box in the top left corner. There's actually a Skype window. When I was talking to Dave at the time of doing this, I didn't realize that that was on screen. Sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, this fight, not too bad. She doesn't have that much life left, so I just bait out some heavy attacks. I get in some damage. I get fortunate with a lot of bleeds that help me out, finish things up a lot quicker. And yeah, she's down. So I get to steal the boss credit kill against one of the one of the toughest opponents that we've had up until this point, the Lambo Show. So I told you guys that I would say our record against this alliance, and we're actually tied 1-1. Unfortunately, I did not record the last war where they beat us, but we did win this war. I do have other wars that I will be uploading where we do lose. Hopefully it doesn't seem like I only upload winning wars. That is definitely not the case. But there are a few wars where I'm actually just not able to record. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. This war. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing me get wrecked by that hood. I definitely did not enjoy it myself. But I will see you in the next video. Take care.